Mountaineer Nation, Best Virginia is competing in the West Virginia Regional of the Basketball Tournament, July 17th through 21st in Charleston, West Virginia. Let's flood Charleston with gold and blue and outnumber the herd. Get your tickets at thetournament.com/West Virginia today.
This episode is sponsored in part by the Book Exchange, where Mountaineers go since 1934.
Recorded live in Morgantown, West by God, Virginia, and across the world, with your hosts, Kevin Jones, Deshaun Butler, John Flowers, and our lovely co-host, Ashley. This is the Final Fourcast podcast.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Final Fourcast with me, one of your hosts, J Flow, 41. Got my guy KJ with me.
Yo.
Deshaun Butler does not want to be here today. Don't know where he's at. But our lovely co-host Ash is here.
That's me.
And we are recording out of the new studio. Thanks to Ash.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ash.
I like it here.
This is big time.
Right?
It's way nicer than the other studio we had.
Yeah.
We're no longer downtown slumming it.
Walking up all those steps.
Yeah, no steps
I'm
now.
gonna miss that exercise though.
You know what's funny about that? This is no joke. I have actually gained some weight and I've lost a lot of muscle tone. And I'm like, what is going on? Because I never worked out before. Yeah. And then come to find out it's because I'm not walking up those stairs every day, which is why I bought that squat machine. By the way,
how's that been going for you?
Dude, I've only done it like 2 days in a row. My legs are so sore. Whenever I got in this morning, I couldn't even walk up the 2 stairs that I have to get up in here. My legs are so sore, but...
Invest in a massage gun. Those work.
Ooh,
Get the
that actually is a good
out.
idea.
I mean, those stairs could have helped a lot of people in this studio. I see a lot of big people working here.
Wow.
Always like that.
Wow. Is that how we're starting this episode?
KJ, you think Ash gained weight?
No.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
I haven't.
You think you got bigger?
You look the same to me.
Like,
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I
don't know if that's
so
a bad
fat.
thing. It's like, so I've always
I feel
looked
fat.
I mean, what do you go from like 75 to 85 pounds?
Yeah, right. No, my
How much did
There's
you
no way
weigh?
you weigh over 100?
oh God, yeah.
Like well over 100?
Now I do. I weighed about 113 to 115 a couple years ago last year. And then now I'm up to 120 now. So it's like 5 pounds on a 5-foot frame is, significant for me when I've never been 120 pounds. So yeah, I mean, it's
still skinny as shit though.
well, I appreciate that, but I'm not comfortable. So, I got to get back in shape.
Dave's here for whatever reason. We don't know why.
I'm always here.
He almost messed up the whole studio pretty much. Knocking down things. He just doesn't care about anybody.
Broke the chair.
Knocking down soundproofing and everything.
It's crazy.
Just doesn't care. He hasn't been the same since our live show in Wheeler.
He has it.
About a shit show.
Dave, did you put that out? Are you going to put that out?
No, there's so much feedback in it that it's not great.
That was...
Let us know if you want
rough.
to. Yeah, let us know if you want to listen. I mean, it's grown parents. You're gonna have bad shows like that,
But was it? Do you think it was a bad show, or do you think it was just?
It was a great show for the 3 of us that could hear it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We didn't. It's not like we had a bad show. It was just like the environment.
Dave, what
Exactly.
went wrong with the show?
We got there 2 hours early instead of half an hour late, and we couldn't get the sound system working correctly with our usual board. And every
I thought we was,
what?
We were there 2 hours early.
Ash and I got there 2
Oh,
hours
okay.
early.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ash and Ethan and I were setting up for a couple hours, and they're like, our sound guy isn't here. And we're like, oh. But they were great hosts, and we had a wonderful time there, though, didn't we, Ash?
Yeah, we did. We had a blast. We did have a
And
really
people
good
were happy.
night.
They won some trivia. They won some TBT tickets and
Exactly.
stuff like that.
I think the
That was all
people that were there for that got what they wanted.
Yeah.
It just sucked that, people in the back couldn't hear us. So
Yeah.
that was the downside.
shout out to women, man. They hosted us all weekend. It was a fun weekend with everybody, the events and everything. So
it was cool. KJ, you went to all the events?
I did. I was forced.
Just need to make
I was
sure.
forced without pay, mind you.
Just need
Oh,
to make sure if I
Nothing.
made the right payment amount.
Oh,
Checks. I
no.
wrote the checks today.
You already told me how you're
ran out
skimming
of-
off the top of everybody's money. So don't worry.
I ran out of ink writing KJ's check. All the zeros on it.
Yeah.
But nah, I mean, this weekend has been, I mean, just this summer, since I've been back, is like I hit the ground running. Just putting all this stuff together and stuff like that. Working with Chase. Shout out to Chase Harler, who put out the, who did the Willing weekend.
Insert claps here.
Shout out to Herbie Brooks, who did the Beckley weekend. So I wasn't able to like be hands-on as I normally am, like going to these places and actually having feet on the ground and like going to radio shows and doing TV stuff like that. So it's been a wild ride, you know, but I think we raised some good money for the TBT and traveling and all that stuff, and for KJ.
Wow, that's funny. I was just gonna say, by the way, how are you feeling? Because you just like you recently came back from France, and like you say, you hit the ground running with practices and exhibition games and all that stuff. Like, how are you personally feeling being back? Have you got any time to rest, really?
Nah, honestly, bro, I'm like not drained, but I'm at a point I'm just like, man, I don't give a fuck. It's like, fuck it, man. Like, people are coming to me with their problems every day. Dave, Greg, that whole debacle. Like, J Flow Entertainment makes up of 3 people, me, Dave, and Greg. And Greg and Dave, for whatever reason, they don't like each other. Like, I don't know why. I don't know if they don't like each other or they just always argue about dumb stuff, like stupid stuff. Like, it's just annoying. Like, you know what I mean?
Feel like a parent.
Yeah, I mean, also with babysitting, like, the guys on the team,
that's
basically,
true,
you know what I'm saying? Like, guys need rides to airports, and guys need this and that. And, you know, it's basically just babysitting. I'm just like, man, fuck it. Tired of it.
I said, I don't know how you do it, man. I couldn't.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
This year, I mean, how do you feel about this year, though, KJ?
As far as what?
TBT.
Like our team?
Compared to 2 years ago when we were in it.
Like I think I told you this before. I feel like there's more expectations put on this game because it is in West Virginia. We are one of the host teams, so I think guys are feeling like those expectations. Everybody's saying they got family coming to the game and all that stuff, so that's a part of it. And then before, like we were just out hooping. Like we didn't know what was gonna happen. It was, you know, we was just out there playing hard. Now it just kind of feel like a little bit more pressure, like I said. But I think we'll be fine. I think we're more prepared, way more prepared than we were, you know, going into it. But you also don't want to be over prepared, overthink about everything too. So that's the thing about it. So
I think we're kind of not over prepared, but I think we're thinking too much into this.
Yeah,
and like it's not as fun as it was 2 years ago. That's for sure.
I agree.
But we lost. Well, I mean, we lost, but it was still fun. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We had fun. It was camaraderie and all that stuff.
I feel like the first year we were figuring out.
Damn, Dave, you just gonna cut me off?
Let Dave speak.
Jeez.
It's called a
Speak.
conversation.
Go ahead, Dave. You
So I
said
feel like the first year was discovering what the TBT is and how to get there, and I think this year is making sure we get there and stay there. And I feel like bringing James on board and the amount of players you've added this year, I think you're building that safety net to stay in there. And I think that this is the other side of what you didn't learn last time.
Yeah, I could agree with that, but I also think like we can't forget that this is not just about winning the money. Obviously, that's the most important part about it. But this is also for us to come together as alumni and brothers, just kind of like the alumni game was, to have a good time and be around each other. We can't lose sight of that either, just because there's money on the line, which is a lot of money, but still.
It seems like everybody's just thinking about win.
Yeah,
we gotta win. We gotta win. We gotta win. It's like a more of a militant style that James Long is brought to.
Don't blame it.
It's about y'all having a good time, okay?
Nah, it's not James. I don't know. Like, it's just a different feeling. Like last time, like we was just having fun with each other. You know what I'm saying? It was just. I mean, we're having fun this year, but it's not as much fun. You know, I can't explain it. I don't really know.
Yeah.
It's just a vibe, you know.
Well, also, it feels like the TBT's changed in itself.
Yeah.
Like when it first started, it was, you know, alumni teams from around the country. And now I'm seeing some teams barely have any alumni at all. And, you know, a lot of them are professional players. And, yeah, it seems like that's the
Have a
direction
cough
that's
button
moving in, is stacking a team as opposed to it being an alumni team, which is what's so cool about Best Virginia, is that it actually is alumni. And not just that, but you guys can play ball. I mean, you guys are good. So like, I think that would be even more spectacular for you to pull it out.
Well,
you want to speak on that since you just
yeah,
mentioned that?
we were all alumni, but we added someone who is not alumni.
Oh, really?
From West Virginia. Is he from West Virginia? Or
He's from Ohio, but he went to school Fairmont State.
He went to Fairmont State. We added Jamel Morris.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
In addition to the team.
He's a really good player.
Yeah.
This went above me, I'm all about alumni. I hope alumni. This is above me. But he's a really good player. He could really help us out. This is like another thing, like we were just talking about, like it's all about winning the money. Like all we want to do is win X, Y, Z, and the third, which is true, but if it was up to me, I would have just kept it all alumni. Because that's special to me, like just keeping everything alumni, being one of the last teams left that is all alumni.
Right.
But
I mean, it's not too bad though. He went to Fairmont State, so really, it's still a West Virginia thing.
Yeah.
So
TBT
it's not.
calls that a grad transfer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he's been around the facility, he's been around the guys. We know who he is. It's not like he's totally new to everybody.
Right.
But like John said, yeah, it would have been cool. We could have kept it mainly in-house, and which we are keeping it mainly. It's only one person, but
right.
we could cut everybody from WVU. But I think he's a great character guy. He's gonna come in, help us play. He doesn't really care about the minutes. He's just coming to help us try to win. So I think it's a good addition.
And he's also really good. He was coached by Joe Mazzulla. And yeah, he's a really good player. So he's gonna help us a lot, actually.
Awesome. I'm gonna look forward to that then. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I guess we should remind everyone, by the way, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you need to do so at thetournament.com. I assume they're selling them at the door too. And the game is this Saturday at 2:00 at the Charleston Coliseum. So yeah, make sure you're there. Support the team. It's gonna be awesome. We play what? Woco Showtime? Who's that?
It's a Wofford alumni team, and it'll be on
Wofford.
ESPN.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is on TV.
ESPN 2, 1?
ESPN. Main ESPN.
Main ESPN. Haven't played on there in a while.
Yeah. Don't let that make you nervous.
Nah.
No.
KJ has 18 people coming, so.
Can we talk about? Hold on. Now that you mentioned it, can we talk about how we are one of the host teams and we can't get extra tickets?
Yeah.
For people. Like
insane.
I just feel like.
Are you serious?
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. I mean, how many tickets did you need?
I get the business side of it. I mean, I needed a lot of tickets, but I ended up telling my family to buy some, and I paid them back for it just because I didn't want to have something where they came and they couldn't get in.
Right.
So I was just like, yeah, just to be safe. But I just feel like that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like,
right?
It's kind of like, because we have to fund every single thing, like, and people don't realize, like, it's a lot of money. Like, it really costs a lot of money to get to the first stop, and we have to go to 2 stops. So, I mean, something has to change next year. Like, they have to help us out a little bit more. Like, they changed a little bit. Like, they went from paying for no hotel rooms to giving us, like, 6.
Oh, God, that's it?
Yeah, but, I mean, like, we're professional players, so we need, like, trainers and managers, things like that, you know what I mean? So we can play to our best ability and be healthy and stuff like that. But TBT has to step the game up a little bit with helping other teams. I mean, if they want to have a better outcome and like better talent playing in this tournament, they got to just share the wealth a little bit.
Question is then, when people buy tickets, does that money go into the TBT pocket? Does it go into the Charleston Coliseum pocket?
Well, it's like any event. Like the producer gets their share, the event gets their share, and then like I think winners of the regional get a cut. So like if you win the whole regional, you get like a percentage of tickets or something like that.
Okay.
And then
Get up on
there's
that mic.
and then there's the $1 million prize.
Did you know that, KJ?
Gotcha.
If you win in Charleston,
That we get, yeah, percent. I don't know how much that is, but
I'm keeping it all.
Got to pay for
Not
KJ's 25
surprising.
shirts.
for my troubles. Yeah, back to the babysitting thing. We just gotta,
wow, is that babysitting? Because I asked for shirts for my family because
It's
they
just
want to support the team.
Right?
just
I didn't
a
even get a
babysitting.
Best Virginia shirt.
See, that's why I wouldn't have got one either if I didn't know.
It's just
Kate,
a
what's going
headache.
on?
Hey, I need 18 shirts.
You guys got a big
KJ
family.
comes in with a Gucci hoodie and says, "Man, I need some free t-shirts.
Listen, first of all,
I need some free t-shirts, Dave."
First of all, Dave was the one that said, "Oh yeah, I got you some T-shirts. Yeah, don't worry about it." And
No, I
now,
think I actually said,
Now
I
it's
don't care
something
how
else.
many you have.
Now it's
because
a
they're not
problem.
my shirts.
That's crazy. You
I,
see how I get
I
you
understand TBT's business side of that when someone comes and asks for 18 tickets for one player. That's OD.
I mean,
It is what it is.
You know, it's an event. It's a ticket event. The only thing that comes down to it is like we're a straight shot down I-79, so everyone that wants to come could come.
Exactly.
So you have like the family that wants to come see you that hasn't seen you play in a while. So like no one's going to be happy with what they get. I'm sure other teams are having
53
that feeling,
tickets
too.
is not a lot. How much does that place hold? How many people?
Like, is it 16,000?
Let's find out.
18,000?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, and
Yeah,
and
53
from
is
everything
not a
I
lot.
hear is gonna be full capacity,
For the host team, it's not a lot.
and it's exactly.
So I don't know what's up with TBT. I'll get to the bottom of it if I decide I want to do this.
Well, you
again
know what we
next year.
should do if they decide not to give you more funding next year? Why don't we do some fundraisers? Because I know people that would donate to something like that, and we could do some pretty cool events, even like with the podcast. You know what I mean?
good with
Like
that.
and raise some money.
Yeah, this year was kind of tricky. Like we didn't want to like raise money again and then end up getting kicked out because of COVID. Because TBT's COVID rules are kind of like ridiculous as well. So
Yeah.
that's been another headache. What is it, Dave? Like if one player,
Yeah, it's like so.
don't even explain it.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. It's a bunch of ridiculous shit that has me having a headache.
But again, it's their event. We're competing in it. You know,
Yeah.
as much as we would complain, it's not our event. We're just participating.
But it's
in it,
my
so.
head. They're not worried about my headache.
You know, it's probably tough to realize this, John, but not everything revolves around you. So like, as much as you think it should.
It really does.
But then again, at the same time, TBT is still growing as well and learning. So I'm sure it won't always be this way, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, considering that they're on ESPN,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's
exactly.
big. And that will get more attention to the TBT.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think it's grown a lot since it first started. So who knows where it'll go. It could be something really awesome as long as the right
I think too,
people
like
take it the right way.
a lot of people still don't quite know what it is.
I agree.
Like they know we're playing in it, but a lot of the questions I get is, so what is it? And like,
What's wild? Have you seen any advertising? I've seen no advertising for
I've
this.
started to see a few social ads about it because
I have not.
I asked TBT like,
not a good thing.
where are they? And there's an ad for Jay Sean Page of all people that's going around right now, and sadly he is not on the team due to scheduling conflicts. But,
Right.
Speaking of babysitting,
Scheduling conflicts.
playing in Puerto Rico. Right?
So his schedule precludes him from playing. So it is. a
Yeah, yo,
scheduling
Jay
conflict.
Sean, we got practice tomorrow. Where you at, man? Yo, I'm in Puerto Rico. What?
Didn't think to tell somebody?
Shout out to bro though. I mean, last year that's the thing. Like last year, we would let things like that slide. Like, all right, like we understand it's summertime, people got things to do. This year, it's like if you miss anything, it's like you got to hear about it. Like,
That was the funniest group chat message. Like just seeing this drama unfold. Like, anyone heard from Jay? Anything happen? Like, what's going on? And then it's John Flowers has removed blank from conversation. Be like, he's done. Holy
That's
shit.
ruthless.
nah,
You've been cut off.
talked. And then he wrote me a minute later. Like he didn't speak in the group chat. Everyone was asking, "Where's Jay Sean? Where's Jay Sean?" in the group chat. Didn't say a word, and then I removed him. And then he wrote me. It was like, "Damn, man, it's like that." Like what?
But
The
he
weird
did-
thing
he
was,
knew. He knew, though.
He literally was texting me how to fill out his TBT form the day before. So I was like, "This is all insane to me. What's happening?"
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he was out. And I was
He
just
told
like,
Greg he was
"This is
coming to
savage."
practice.
What?
Yeah, yo, it's so much drama going on behind the scenes. Like I literally hired that's another drama that happened. I hired a camera crew that was gonna be here like filming all this stuff. We were gonna like document it, like make a docuseries. Dave called it off for whatever reason.
They would not have counted towards our COVID vaccination percentage, and it would have included a whole ass ache of random people. And after last year, we don't want to drop out before we even play.
So blame Dave, everyone.
Well, who's to say that the camera crew wouldn't have been vaccinated?
Nah, they weren't vaccinated.
Oh.
But
Then never mind.
I mean, that really doesn't matter. Like, that's what kills me about TBT. Like, we're an open state. Like, everything's open. Like, why are you worried about who's vaccinated and who's not vaccinated?
Because they don't want all their teams to get infected from each other. And
Right, and then it
have
can't
no tournament.
happen, and then ESPN has the rights, and now they have nothing to air. I understand that. It's a business thing. And it's covering your ass, basically. There's a lot of that going on. So
I hear you. But we could have had a docuseries, Best Virginia docuseries. It would have been lit. You could have got all the behind the scenes drama with Saz, Jay Sean, John Holton,
It would have just been me throwing tantrums in the corner.
Dave and
Like,
Greg. It would have been so funny, yeah. Who
Yeah,
else?
you would have definitely got some good stuff.
Alex
this-
Ruoff
this
is
summer.
hilarious.
Oh man,
he's so funny. Like, that was the first time I got to hang out with him on Saturday, and he had me rolling on the ride home.
Our
We went-
group messages
And even after that,
are
we went
so
to a
funny.
2:00 Sheets run. With Alex
Yes,
Ruoff.
yes, we did. That was one of the funniest 2:00 freaking runs to Sheets I've ever done.
When you're hearing "The World Put to Rights" by Alex Ruoff at 2:30 a.m.
Yeah.
at Sheets and Wheeling,
The world what?
put to rights, like he was giving us all his views.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was great. Yeah, I learned a lot about Ruoff. That's for sure.
Yeah, that would have been a time to do is this time. You'd have got some good footage.
Yeah, it would have been great, actually. It would have been really good. But
So wait, we're not
Dave
filming
Kessler.
anything, even the ride up, even the shoot around or nothing when we get there.
Garrett will be
This is
with the
Dave's.
team tomorrow.
Who's Garrett?
where?
The guy that was with you last
Is
year.
he meeting us here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You'll get the ride there and all that.
This is Dave's thing, bro.
Did you want to pay for a hotel room and
Messed
his
it all
full
up.
salary for 2 weeks?
It's full salary.
Yeah. Dude's got a job in Pittsburgh.
I wasn't offered that option, actually. This is the first time I heard about this. But good job, Dave. Dave's in charge of media for
Drama still unfolds.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm in charge of taking Tylenol when I get home because I need about 4 or 5 every day.
Dave's been doing a good job, though. His breakdown in Wheeling was hilarious. That shit.
No, it really wasn't. It really wasn't
Hilarious.
because these clowns show up like 20 minutes late after we've been there for 2 hours.
Y'all weren't even prepared.
We were ready to the best
Y'all
of our
weren't-
knowledge.
weren't.
and
Y'all weren't ready.
We weren't late.
But even if we were late, y'all weren't ready.
We weren't even late, though. That's the thing about it. We were
Nah, I
on
was
time.
late. He was on time. I was late. I was late.
I don't think it mattered what time we started that shit show.
And then the mayor of Moundsville decided not to show up to his own scheduled event until like 2 minutes before it was supposed to go. And he goes, "You good?" And we're like, "No, we're not good."
Yeah. Yeah, lesson learned. Always have a sound person present.
I think we got to chill on the live shows for now.
Yeah, I think we're good.
We had 2 successful ones, and
Yeah.
then one.
We could have one at Kegler's. It would be really good.
Yeah,
Kegler's would be
100%.
Kegler's would be
was
good.
fun.
100%.
I think what we got to do is just have me set it all up. You know, Chase set this one up, and he didn't really know what to expect or anything. So
That's true.
when I set up things with Jay Flynn, you know it's a lot better. So
It's just hard. It's just hard. You had an extended season,
yeah, I was really like,
And-
fuck it.
and it was just kind of, let's get the games under our belt because the games are less about, you know, the game as they are the experience of everything and making sure you guys are playing well and all that stuff. So I think next year we can focus on the fan side of it and
If I get back before June.
yeah.
Let's
So,
hope that it
all
doesn't
matters.
happen next
And
year.
shout out to all the fans that came out
Yeah,
and
yeah,
supported the team.
If
For
it
sure.
does happen next year, I'm not doing it. Just fuck it.
Chase Holler Enterprises.
Wait, so now that we kind of broke the seal on the not all alumni team, is there a possibility that the next coming seasons, if we keep on doing this, that we'll have more non-alumni coming on the team?
Unfortunately, yes. That's what it's come down to.
That's true.
Because of guys like you, KJ.
Because of guys like me, what I do?
It's all about winning. That's all you care about is just winning.
Wow.
I care about the
I mean,
state.
I do care about winning.
People,
I mean,
people
yeah,
who-
I do want to win part of $1 million.
no, that's all
So
you
that's-
care about is winning. That's kind of a bad thing sometimes.
I didn't say that was all I cared about. I care about it a lot. though.
I said that's all you care about.
Why?
Because that's all. That's just the conclusion I came to.
Yeah,
But you know, some people that's all they care. Some people will cheat, rob, steal,
Ooh,
kill
ooh.
to win.
Jeez.
Tanya Harding, what happened to her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
jeez.
Kevin Jones, everybody.
I
Compare me
called
to
you Tanya Harding.
Wow. All right. Well, on that note,
You don't get Gucci hoodies losing games.
That's right, that's facts.
You can delete me from the chat next.
But what do you think the fans want? Like, do you think the fans care about like if it's an alumni team or not? Or
To be honest, I don't know, but just like kind of being in West Virginia for as long as I have and just seeing the pride that we have for the university, yeah, I think it would be a big deal. I don't think they would trip maybe it was like 2 or 3 people, but
Right.
if it was like half the team, I think that would be kind of, I don't know. But then again, I don't know.
We could always pose that question.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, see.
Find out.
One thing I have noticed from talking to the fans at the games is that they're there to see you no matter what. Like you're their guys that they've grown up watching, their
Right.
families grown up watching. They love it. They love the spirit. I think it just shifts from this is the 100% roster because that's our selling point. When a selling point doesn't get you to the $1 million
That's
or
also
the
true.
prize.
I agree
That
with
just gets people on board. But that's not going to get you that prize. But I think it's taking the lessons you learned together when you played and the lessons you've learned through Huggins and that program that gives you that culture that's part of Best Virginia. And it's Best Virginia. It's not WVU alumni. It's
Right.
Best Virginia.
That's true.
So if you get those guys that you fit, like, Tanner McGrew practiced with you guys all the time, and he was at the exhibition game in Wheeling. Like, Tanner's great.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Tanner being on the team. But to your point, I feel like I think the whole another selling point is that we do have, even with us just being all WVU players, we do have the legit talent to win it. So it's not just like we're going in with all WVU players just because we family. Yeah, we are family, but we still do have the talent to win it all. So that's a big part of it too, and that's where it goes into the whole pride thing too.
100%.
So
And you're not stacking your team with people outside of that program to win, and you're just like
you can do
making
it
the
into
numbers up.
Exactly. Yeah. When you do have, and that's what's great too, because, a lot of other schools couldn't pull that off. Thankfully, you guys have a very unique opportunity here, thanks to Huggins and some others, to always have the alumni together. And you guys, you're a family even after you graduate and all that. A lot of other schools don't have that. So to be able to stay in contact with everyone, people, that go off to play pro ball overseas or, whatever the case may be, I mean, there is a lot of talent. And a lot of guys, I feel, got better after they graduated college. So,
Everyone has, actually.
right? It's awesome.
You're
So,
not under that Bob Huggins thumb.
yeah.
I try to tell
he
you.
has
Flourished
this whole
after.
conspiracy about playing the Coach Huggins. And
A GM, I just talked to a GM from Argentina who said the same thing. He's like, I have a question. Why does everyone, I can show you right now. He's like, why does all the players get better shooting percentage-wise or something like that, like when they leave West Virginia? I was like, I don't know. I just started laughing.
An hour ago, I was talking to GF Boyle, who said the exact same thing.
Really?
Everyone gets better when they leave Huggins because Huggins turns you into the disciplined player, and then other coaches let you play.
Yeah.
But I feel like I agree. I feel like you
No,
also
say what
need
you
that
wanna
discipline.
say.
You also need that discipline.
Shut up. You don't need nothing.
And think about if any coach lets you do whatever you want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Think about that if you had no structure and you were just allowed to
Oh
do
my
whatever you
God.
wanted to do.
Could you imagine?
A whole team full of John Flowers.
Exactly. And then you get
Egos
this.
left and right.
And then you get
I
this.
mean,
And
yeah.
then
Best
that's
Virginia. everybody.
And then it's worse Virginia.
I love playing for Coach Huggins though. Like, yeah, that is. I mean, you're right. You got to have some type of military structure.
I'm not saying it's all good. No. I'm just saying there is some good to having structure and discipline.
Yeah, there's a method to the madness.
I love my role on the team, regardless. You know what I mean? If I didn't, I would have just transferred. You know what I mean? If I wanted to just come in and shoot threes all the time and jack up shots like KJ, I would have just transferred.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
crazy.
I stayed all 4 years, and I got my stripes. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm ready to retire now. This whole thing has got me ready to retire, bro.
I heard this the last
from
two
this
seasons that he's gonna retire.
From this season, like this past season, just jumping into this TBT thing, I'm literally ready to be like, man, fuck basketball.
So TBT is your last. Whenever our last game would be, is your last game.
If we win,
You done?
that's really going to be a consideration. Like,
That would be a high note to leave on.
Yeah. That would be-
I'm
that would
keeping
be-
everyone's money, just leaving with $1 million, and I'll retire. Y'all never see me again.
If you love to show your WVU school spirit with the latest fashion and styles, and with a wide selection of WV merch, check out the Book Exchange at bookexchangewv.com or in store on the downtown and Evansdale campuses in Morgantown. Save 25% off your order with promo code BX4 Final Four.
Yeah, I'm about to retire. Real estate test coming up.
Oh, when you taking that?
The 28th. Wish me luck. I
Luck,
kind of
man.
like stopped studying, but I feel like I know it all.
Just make sure you brush up right before you take the test.
Ask me a
just to be
question, guys.
confident. What real estate question could I ask?
As
you?
one, let's just see if I'm on
What's escrow?
I mean, like, I gotta explain
about
it.
to-
It's
yeah,
hard to
about to
explain
pass
it,
this.
but like escrow is like when after a house goes under contract, it's said to be in escrow. So it's just in the process of being sold.
Isn't it a holding
think.
fund
Yes, it
between
is.
two parties,
Yes.
the seller and the buyer?
That's called an escrow account. It's two different things.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah. And
No, he
it's
did
called earnest money though. That's what you give your earnest money to. You put the earnest money in the escrow account, but the house is actually under escrow, Dave.
I hope John
If
pays
anyone's
me some
selling a
earnest
house,
money this year.
you know,
According to Google on Rocket Mortgage, escrow is a legal arrangement in which a third party temporarily holds large sums of money or property until a particular condition has been met.
which is closing.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see what's
Dave's
actually on the
dancing over there
test.
and doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Well, you just lost my business when I buy my house after this English house. So.
Yeah, my business too. I told John
I got that right. Ash, did I get that right?
John's looking for.
I mean, yeah, to an extent.
Kev's looking for a 5-bedroom, so he, Truck, Greg, and whoever else needs to move in together.
Oh, I want to be able to see the answers.
That's funny. That was good.
You got another real estate question? Before we
Yes,
get out of
actually,
here?
I do, because I found the top 5 questions that get asked on the test.
Is this West Virginia test? Mm-hmm. All right, good.
The assignment of costs between the buyer and the seller at the closing is called what?
The assignment of cost. Oh, give me a second. Mm-hmm. The assignment of cost at closing.
Between the buyer and the seller.
This is hard for me because normally it's like ABC, multiple choice.
Right.
But
Yeah, this doesn't give me any multiple choice answers.
it is called. What is it called when you Damn, yo, it's on the tip of my tongue. What is it? Tell me.
It's proration.
Prorated, yep. Damn, I knew that though. If I would have saw it, I would know.
Yeah.
So
Let me
the
see
test
what
would
I
be
can find.
multiple choice?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part. And I found a multiple choice exam that I was going to ask him off of, but it doesn't give me the answers.
Gotcha.
What's the next
So-
question? I gotta get one right.
The other ones are kind of like, Sally did this and this is how much she paid for. Like, you'd actually have to do the math.
Oh, no.
So that's kind of tough. Let's see if I can find it on there. Oh, that's a
So
video.
pretty much we're finding out John
Damn.
doesn't know shit.
How did I miss that,
Yeah.
yo?
That's
knew
all.
it. I knew it. I don't know how I missed that.
What the hell? This doesn't even have questions. Go.
Real estate questions for Super Agent J Flow 41. Take my real estate test soon. I'm doing pretty good.
Nope. Haven't answered one.
I knew
Haven't
that
answered one question correct yet.
Okay, I got more.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead. Let's do it.
Okay. Personal property that, by its attached to real property, is regarded as real estate is called, and I'll give you the multiple choice, an implement, personality, person, A-L-T-Y, I don't know what that is, a fixture, or an appliance.
We got 5 people watching on Facebook.
It
guys.
is
It's
called
intimidating.
personal property.
That, by its attachment to real property, is regarded as real estate is called what? Implement,
It's called
personality,
a trade fixture.
Fixture?
Yeah, I said fixture.
Correct.
Oh, nice.
It could have been an implement too. No, an implement is crops and yeah, never mind.
Okay. You
Next
ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Which of the following lists correctly describes the physical and economic characteristics of real estate? Immovable, indestructible, unique, scarce. The next one, depreciable, indestructible, scarce, unique. Unique, immovable. This is kind of hard for me to ask you these questions. Can you
Yeah.
remember all this? I can ask you another question because this is like a bunch of list of words, and you'd have to like see.
Which of these is not a real estate
Right,
website?
exactly, because it's like.
Zulillo?
Let's move on. Let's
That's
move
how it
on
is.
to freehold
I could have
estates.
answered that one.
If a person has complete control over their property and the ownership in the property is not defeasible, what interest does the person have in the property? Is it A, fee conditional estate, B, fee simple estate, C, life estate, or D, defeasible fee estate?
Fee simple estate.
Correct.
I mean, I'm a
Dang,
pass.
John. Okay.
Let's go.
Nothing about the past, man. You know, I'll be announcing my agency soon. Who I sign with, my brokers I sign with, man. Go ahead, ask.
All right.
One more.
Which of the following is the difference between the value of a property and the total amount of liens against the property?
The difference?
Is it investment, B, basis, C, down payment, or D, equity?
Equity.
Correct.
He's ready. He's killing it right now.
Man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nice.
I think he's doing a good job.
He stepped up.
By the way, there's tons of practice exams online that you can do.
I download like prepped apps and all types of shit.
Nice.
So as
doing pretty
as we
good.
wrap this episode up, I want to encourage everyone listening right now to follow us over the week at Final Fourcast on all social media platforms, because as John loved being live on Facebook there, I will try and go live as much as possible behind the scenes where possible. Ethan will be tweeting and posting photos and videos throughout the weekend. Thanks to our sponsors from all of our events. Astorg Auto is sponsoring our content this week, so we appreciate them for stepping up. And yeah, be sure to check us all out and get to know the team a little bit.
Please, any other sponsors, please. I'm begging you.
John will get a tattoo of your brand on his forehead for this game for the small fee of $20,000. It will be a henna tattoo applied daily, but primetime ESPN,
Right
2
on the
p.m. on
forehead.
a Saturday.
Let's do
That's
it.
actually brilliant, by the way.
I should actually ask my brokers that I'm going to sign with if they want to sponsor. They have
That's
lot
a
of
good
money.
idea.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to do
Which
that.
one are you going with?
It's a surprise, Dave.
Touchdown Home Pros and Lindsay?
Maybe.
She's literally like bought like 8 of my friends' houses,
Oh, really? I've
Yeah.
never even heard of that.
and now she's owned by Warren Buffett. So you're like one degree of separation
No
away
kidding.
from Warren Buffett.
Also, Berkshire Hathaway bought
Yeah.
into it. Nice.
go.
Yeah. I'm very familiar with the Berkshire
Billionaire
Hathaway brand.
Good company.
Yeah.
One of the greatest
company
things
to be with.
about Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway, I found years ago, because I worked for a company that he owned, is that he is like, the main thing that he cares about is that the employees that work for that company are happy and that they're treated well. That is all he cares about. Like, that is numero uno.
dope.
Was that Warren Buffett you said? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if he buys into your company, if he buys into any company, you know it's a good company to work for because he makes sure that that's prime.
It's the Touchdown Home Pros is one that I'm really interested in. Oliverio Realty and Compass Realty.
Compass I see a lot of their signs around
Compass
town.
is like a giant around here, so they're up and coming. So maybe, I don't know.
Doesn't
we'll
Compass,
see.
they do regular real estate and commercial, right?
Yup.
So I thought.
So you know,
Commercial real estate, that's where the money's at.
And I
I
can
wanna get in
recommend
that.
Jacob's Properties in Basingstoke, who sold my grandma's house in a week.
Very
love
nice.
Can't work in England, Dave.
says the internationally traveling basketball player.
I can't sell real estate.
Oh, could you imagine that? John selling real estate all over the world? That'd be interesting.
Hi, I'm John Flowers, and selling your house with me is a slam dunk.
Oh, God.
All right, then
Well,
well, let's see.
Well, that's another
Hit the
episode.
bottom of the barrel,
Final
guys.
Fourcast.
Nothing but net gains in your property
Oh, my
value.
God. Please stop.
Oh, that's another episode of Final Fourcast with me, Jay Flo. Got my guy KJ with me.
You.
Deshaun Butler. We'll see you later at practice, I guess. Deshaun's been a great coach, by the way. too.
Yeah.
He didn't show up to
Nice.
practice yesterday. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. He has 5 kids, so
he does.
On the way, too.
I just kidding, guys.
On the way.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I was
I
joining
thought you were
in.
being serious.
I
Like he's
thought
got
you were-
another one
I was
on the
like,
list.
oh, man.
Dang.
not breaking news. But our lovely co-host Ash, thank you for having us in the studio.
You're so welcome.
We need
That's
to do
me.
this more in here.
And Dave.
Hi, that's me.
Peace.
Yay, that was great.
Thanks for listening to the show. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Final Fourcast. or call us at 304-807-9098.